What's going on, everybody? It's Guillermo here from ScreenRealm.com. I know I said I was going to do a lot more videos and I was kind of promising consistency, but I realized what I'd done wrong. I didn't actually make a plan, so I was kind of just making videos whenever I could or whenever I kind of felt like it, and without that self-pressure that I need, I'm really inconsistent. So, welcome to Screen Realm Weekly. I hope you guys join me every week as I cover the week that was in movie and TV news. For the first story, let's kick off with an update for a story that I covered around a couple of months ago. This was Scarlett Johansson suing Disney. So there's been an update about that. Basically, it's settled now. Just to give you a quick recap, Scarlett Johansson was suing Disney for releasing Black Widow on streaming and in cinemas, which according to her, cut her off a lot of the back-end profits she would have made, and essentially it wasn't part of the plan. They didn't inform her and they didn't pay her outright accordingly. This is according to her. It was starting to get pretty messy. Scarlett basically came out saying that Disney was releasing it on streaming just to get those numbers up for Disney Plus. She even pointed out how much some of those head honchos were earning, and Disney came out swinging as well. They basically accused her of not being understanding of the pandemic period. They said that she already got $20 million, so they basically threw out numbers as well. She threw out numbers as well. Then Johansson's team basically accused Disney of being misogynistic with their response. It was getting pretty crazy. So the situation has now settled. In a statement, Scarlett Johansson said, "I'm happy to have resolved our differences with Disney. I'm incredibly proud of the work we've done over the years and have greatly enjoyed my creative relationship with the team." Johansson also pointed out that things are looking good for her in the studio for future projects, saying, "I look forward to continuing our collaboration in years to come." Disney also released a statement. Disney chairman Alan Bergman said, "I'm very pleased that we have been able to come to a mutual agreement with Scarlett Johansson regarding Black Widow. We appreciate her contributions to the Marvel Cinematic Universe." And Disney also wanted to add that they're going to be working with Scarlett Johansson again in future, saying, "and look forward to working together on a number of upcoming projects, including Disney's Tower of Terror." Disney's smart with even that statement, a little bit of publicity for a future project. In regards to what Scarlett Johansson earned from this settlement, it's not really 100% known. She was chasing around $50 million for profits that she should have earned, according to her. However, there is a report from Deadline saying, when all is said and done, the deal will run to more than $40 million. Accordingly, the funds will not be paid by Disney in a single lump sum. Basically, it comes down to all the little conditions that were in Scarlett Johansson's contract and all the conditions that Disney had put forward originally as well. So they had to meet in the middle there. Johansson looks like is going to get paid a decent amount anyway, and that's on top of the $20 million that she earned. So, you know, ka-ching all round. And Disney's playing it smart right now. I mean, they came out swinging surprisingly hard with this, but it looks like the Scarlett Johansson Disney beef is done. Next up, Gladiator 2. That's right, a sequel to Gladiator has been whispered about for years and years now, but it's actually on the way. Director Ridley Scott, at the age of 83, is showing no signs of slowing down. In just what's left of this year, he has 2 movies on the way: House of Gucci with Lady Gaga and Adam Driver, and also Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Jodie Comer epic The Last Duel, which also has Driver. So he's got those 2 films coming up. After those 2 films, he's going to be filming a Napoleon epic with Joaquin Phoenix in the lead role, and after that, Gladiator 2. Talking to Empire Magazine, Ridley Scott confirmed that he's got it lined up, saying, "I'm already having the next Gladiator written now, so when I've done Napoleon, Gladiator will be ready to go." The screenplay is going to be coming from Peter Craig, known for The Town, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Parts 1 and 2, and the upcoming Robert Pattinson film, The Batman. Now, there's been a number of reports over the years as to what the plot will be for this Gladiator sequel. Producers Walter F. Parks and Laurie MacDonald confirmed back in 2019 that the film will be picking up 25 years after the events of Gladiator. The sequel's plot, as has been reported over the years, will follow a grown-up Lucius, the nephew to Joaquin Phoenix's villainous Commodus in the first film. Spencer Treat Clark played the character as a young boy in the original. Still no word on who's going to be playing Lucius as a grown-up, but this is a pretty big deal. I'm a huge fan of Gladiator. Fingers firmly crossed that Ridley Scott and company deliver something special here. Next up, there's a project that's going to be reuniting George Clooney and Brad Pitt on the screen, and now when this kicked off, when news of this kicked off, all the studios went absolutely nuts. Netflix, Sony, Lionsgate, Amazon, Annapurna, MGM, Universal, and Warner Brothers were among the studios to compete and bid for this. Apple Studios has come out on top for this one, another big acquisition for the company following big buys such as Killers of the Flower Moon with Martin Scorsese bringing Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro together, an Antoine Fuqua slave drama called Emancipation starring Will Smith, a musical titled Spirited with Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds, and Octavia Spencer, So Apple Studio is going pretty hard out. Now to give you a little more details about this project, this is going to star George Clooney, Brad Pitt. It's going to be coming from director John Watts, known for directing the 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, including the upcoming No Way Home. The film is going to be following 2 lone wolf fixers assigned to the same job. Now, a fixer is defined as a person who arranges things for other people, sometimes dishonestly. That's about it. That's all we really know plot-wise of this film. There were also some whispers that Clooney and Pitt could be receiving a huge amount for this one. $20 million each is a number that I've seen floating around, but that hasn't been confirmed. That's about it for that one, so I'll keep you guys informed when more comes through. Next up, Sister Act 3. That's right, Sister Act 3. Whoopi Goldberg is back for a 3rd chapter of the franchise, the 2nd chapter of which was all the way back in 1993. So it's going to be heading to Disney Plus. It's going to be directed by Tim Federle. Sorry for butchering the name. He is known for High School Musical, The Holiday Special. He's also currently filming a adventure comedy drama called Better Nate Than Never, and it stars Lisa Kudrow, among a few others. So he's going to be directing this film. The script is going to be coming from Madhuri Shikar. Sorry once again for butchering names. Among Shikar's credits is The Nevers, the HBO Max series from creator Joss Whedon. I haven't seen it. It's supposed to be pretty decent. So she is now on board to write the screenplay. It's all moving ahead at Disney Plus. Deadline broke the news about this one, and apart from Goldberg being back as Dolores, the nightclub singer turned nun, there aren't any other plot details known. It'll be interesting to see if some of the original supporting cast members turn up as well. I'll keep you up to date with this one. Next up is what seems to be the millionth attempt at a Cruel Intentions TV show. That's right, a series is in development, this time IMDb TV. The 1990 film of the same name was inspired by the novel Dangerous Liaisons. The 1999 film, which starred Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Phillippe, Reese Witherspoon, was itself based on the novel Dangerous Liaisons. There have been many attempts to capitalize on that film. In 2016, NBC even made a pilot with Gellar back as Catherine that was ultimately not picked up to series. And if you've ever seen Cruel Intentions 2, that was back in 2001. That was actually made from 3 episodes of an attempted series from Fox that didn't get made either. So let's see what happens here. Now, the latest attempt at a Cruel Intentions TV show is coming from Phoebe Fisher and Sarah Goodman. They're writing and executive producing the series. Fisher and Goodman worked together on the I Know What You Did Last Summer series, which is heading to Amazon in October 15th, episode 1. Fisher's credits include co-producing the film Assassination Nation and working as a transmedia producer on Euphoria. The plot, according to the Variety, the new iteration will follow 2 ruthless step-siblings who will do anything to stay on top, in this case, of the Greek life hierarchy at an elite Washington, D.C. college. After a brutal hazing incident threatens the entire Panhellenic system, they'll do whatever's necessary to preserve their power and reputations, even seduce the daughter of the Vice President of the United States. So yeah, they've gone a little bigger with this one. We'll see if this gets made. Cruel Intentions, I remember being quite the buzzy film when I was younger, but I've never been too interested in Cruel Intentions as a film. If you are, keep an eye out for this. And lastly, I've got a bit of an update for you about Guy Ritchie's next film. It was previously called Five Eyes. It's now called Operation Fortune. It's going to be starring Jason Statham, Aubrey Plaza, Josh Hartnett, Carrie Ilwis, Bugsy Malone, and Hugh Grant. It also currently has a US release date of January 21st, 2022. Operation Fortune will be like a action spy film. Statham is going to be playing super spy Orson Fortune. As the official synopsis reads, he must track down and stop the sale of a deadly new weapons technology wielded by billionaire arms broker Greg Simmons, played by Hugh Grant, reluctantly teamed up with some of the world's best operatives, Aubrey Plaza, Carrie Ilwis, Bugsy Malone. Fortune and his crew recruit Hollywood's biggest movie star, Danny Francesco, played by Josh Hartnett, to help them on their globe-trotting undercover mission to save the world. I'm interested to see what Ritchie does here. His output is a mixed bag, especially when he goes towards the mainstream studio side of films. When he sticks to his gangster British roots, generally a pretty good time here. This has got a bit of a Man from U.N.C.L.E. vibe, which I thought was a pretty fun film. So yeah, looking forward to that. That about does it for me, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. Join me again next week, where I'm going to be talking a little bit about some of the movie TV news that have occurred in the past week. Screen Realm Weekly, right? That's the idea, weekly. Go to screenrealm.com for articles, reviews, plenty of news, plenty of trailers, all that jazz. Thanks so much for having me, everyone. I'm going to catch you next week. Screen Realm, out.